call to help our friends in need. You can count on me like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you like 4, 3, 2, you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the Mad Math Talk Show,
where we are all talk and no subtraction.
We have a special guest today on the Mad Math Talk Show. We are so excited for everyone to meet Principal Prime.
Song, I sing it all the time, song. Gotta give it a try, song.
Welcome to the Mad Math Show, Principal Prime.
Thank you for having me.
Would you mind telling the audience what it's just like to be Principal Prime of all prime numbers?
Well, it's a sum-tastic job. Prime numbers are very special, and I feel privileged to lead them.
How are prime numbers so special?
Well, they only have two factors, 1 and itself. Let me explain. The only factors of 3 are 3 and 1, and the only factors of 5 are 5 and 1.
Wow, well they do sound pretty amazing, but what about a number like 9?
Oh, 9 is a great number. 9 is odd, but just because it's odd doesn't mean it's prime. So let's look at its factors. 9 and 1,
Okay.
and then 3 and 3 equal 9.
Oh, okay.
Are there any other special numbers that stick out to you?
1. 1 is the loneliest number of all. See, 1 only has itself as a factor, 1 and 1. So it's neither prime or composite. Another odd fellow is 2.
2? Wait a minute. 2's not odd. It can be divided into 2 equal groups and not have any leftovers.
Of course, 2 is even. I only meant 2 as odd as in it's strange, because it's the only even number that is prime.
Oh, okay.
Wow, well that makes sense now. We know you have a million things to do with school just starting. So any last thoughts you'd like to add?
Well, just remember that prime numbers only have 2 factors, 1 and itself. And the first 4 prime numbers are 2, 3, 5, and 7.
Okay.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you for
Thank
coming
you.
again. We enjoyed hearing all about prime numbers.
Absolutely.
You can always count on me.
So many numbers.
Thank you. Bye, Principal Prime.
I sing.
Wasn't it so amazing of Principal Prime in her busy day to come and spend some time with us to talk about prime numbers?
I loved seeing Principal Prime.
It was such a good time, wasn't it?
It was. It was fantastic.
Fantastic.
Okay, well, let's keep going with our podcast and listen to how they talk about prime and composite numbers.
Okay.
This one's Hudson. Surely there can't be more ways to classify numbers, right? I mean, we already classify them as natural or not natural and even or odd.
What else can we do with these numbers?
So, we did what we do when we want to understand something in math. We picked up our pencils and became mathematical artists. We started outlining squares on grid paper. Here in room 25, we find it helpful to use grid paper to keep us nice and organized. What did we draw? Numbers. We outlined one plain box. It had no bells or whistles. It did have one edge on the side and one edge on the top. That told me its factors were 1 and 1. That's weird. The number 1 only has one factor. Itself. You know kids. They didn't want to stop at 1. They wanted to go bigger. So we kept going. They asked me if they should outline the next number, 2, like a hot dog or a hamburger. No, I like to speak like a mathematician and a vegetarian. So I asked them to exchange the word hot dog for horizontal and hamburger for vertical. And as a treat for upgrading their vocabulary, I told them they could draw it either way, because no matter how they drew their rectangle, one side would be outlining 2 box edges, and the other side would be outlining 1 box edge. Drawing it horizontally or vertically was simply rotating the same rectangle.
Should we try that?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so first she talked about drawing one box. You want to do one box?
Sure, go ahead. Wizard of Oz.
All right. So if we put one box up there, we've got 1 and 1. So those are the factors, 1 times 1, and it only has the one factor, which is 1.
Mm-hmm.
And then they drew,
What did they do next? They did 1 and then
2. Okay, and they were wondering, ooh, should we do it hot dog or vertical, or I guess this would be hot dog or hamburger. So vertical, let's do it vertical. Okay, so now its factors are 2 and 1, because 2 times 1 is 2. Or they could have put it this way if they were doing it, and it still would be 2 times 1. Okay.
That makes sense.
I think I got
I
it.
think the visual helps us out.
The number 2 was different than the number 1 because, yes, it was still just one rectangle, but it had 2 unique factors, 1 and 2. The same thing happened when they drew the number 3 on grid paper. It only had one rectangle, and one side had 3 box edges outlined, and the other side only outlined one edge. Then we got to 4, and you know what? Hands were shooting up in the air like fireworks on the 4th of July. That's because students discovered they could draw 2 different rectangles for the number 4. They could outline a rectangle with 2 box edges by 2 box edges, or
That's right, because we've got, and actually, we've got 4 times 1, so its factors are 4 and 1, or we could do it, what did she say?
2
Was it-
by 2,
So
right?
2 and 2. So its factors are 1 and 4 and 2 and 2. Okay, I got it.
rectangle with 4 box edges by 1 box edge. Because we were able to draw 2 different rectangles for the number 4, we were able to identify more than 2 factors. The factors of 4 were 1 and 4 and 2. We kept going with this for a while. 5 only had 1 rectangle, 6 had 2 rectangles. We kept going. Feel free to hit pause and go on your own journey outlining rectangles for more numbers. How many factors can you find for each number? How many rectangles can you make for each number?
Wait, can we classify numbers by the numbers of factors they have?
Well, since you asked, I'd like to tell you the story of Eratosthenes. That's right,
I'm going to pause here because I think we should explore with a couple more.
I think so too.
Okay. So you picked the number this time. So this was
Okay.
4, and the factors are 4 and 1 and 2 and 2.
Right.
So what number are you going to do next, Wizard of
Well-
Even?
Should we get rid of these?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's pick my second favorite number because my favorite number is 2. So let's do another number. Let's do 10.
Ooh, okay, 10.
Okay, 10.
So we can make it,
How can we start?
well, we know the factors are
10 and
10
1.
and 1. So make it 10 going across.
Whoa, okay.
All right.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, almost there, 8, 9, and 10.
Okay.
So 10 and 1 is a factor pair, right?
All right.
How else can I get to 10 by multiplying? 1 and 10
Well,
and
it's an even number, so it has to be divisible by 2.
right?
So
Wizard
2
of Even.
times
5, right?
5.
Let's use a different color. So 2 times 5. 6, 8, 9, and
Ah.
okay. So 5 and 2 are also factors of I see.
Okay.
And that's all we have, right, for 10?
Yep.
1 and 10 and 2 and 5.
Yep.
Okay. Should we try one more number?
Sure.
Okay. What number would you like, Wizard of Odd?
Let's try,
An odd number?
yeah, let's try 9.
Okay. So 9 times
1 and
Good.
9, yeah.
So we've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh,
Oops, 7 didn't show up.
come on, 7, 8, and 9. Okay.
Okay, so 9 and 1, and then we have to see if anything else works. Well, 9's odd, so 2's not going to work.
Right.
3 times something equals 9.
3 times 3.
Perfect!
Okay, so let's use this color.
Oh, so then it's got more than 2 factors, but it's an odd number.
Ooh,
Okay.
okay. So 3 rows of 3. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Perfect.
So 3 is also a factor of 9. 3 and 3.
3 and 3. So it has more than 2 factors.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ooh, I
That
love
was
that.
fun.
That was fun. All right. I don't know about you. I know we have more of the podcast, but I think I got to save it. It's been a long day.
Being a wizard is hard work sometimes.
And numbers are hard work.
Mm-hmm.
So how about we say goodbye, and then we will see you guys tomorrow.
Goodbye.